as a politician, he may have a political role. He may have just gone into proffer political solutions. But when it comes to the rule of law,
yes,
the president himself has no role here. This is a federal system. He belongs to another political party altogether. And if there is this situation in this state, there is no constitutional provision that gives him the right to step in and begin to dictate the things that he has proclaimed, according to the governor. He has just proclaimed, said, let this be this, let this be that. I mean, it remains to be seen what part of the Constitution the president will now invoke to say the Constitution itself that says, look, when certain persons defect from a particular political party to another, they automatically lose their seat.
Yes.
I do not know what section of the Constitution gives the president the powers to say
that they remain.
They should go back and they
remain even at the other political party that they defected
even, yes, and at the fiat, and he has
and then not also forgetting the court injunction going before this presidential proclamation that Eddie Sinege is already recognized as the speaker, right? And then the presidential proclamation is saying contrary to the court injunction. Now, isn't that clear disregard to the judiciary, which is also supposed to be an arm of government?
Not just the judiciary, but that's against the law, because we're talking about the Constitution here. Judiciary is only to interpret what the Constitution is already saying. So, to that extent, it's difficult to agree to see the governor's point of view, as to say this furthers democratic tenets and whatever. Maybe it's difficult to see that. On the other hand, to also say, well, if the court has already recognized a party as
the speaker,
as well, whether as speaker or as said, well, position. You have the right to do what you have done or you are about to do. Go ahead and do it. It is the court that has made the proclamation. The president has no powers to, by fiat, do that. That can only happen in a military regime where they can rule by fiat. The president must go through the way and it's only the courts under the constitutional system, constitutional democracy that we practice, that can give that kind of order or directive. So that again remains to be seen, whether this is actually the president himself is within the bounds of law to do what he has done. It remains to be seen. The only thing that makes sense to me, or that really cuts very deep with me, is this issue of maintaining peace. If you're talking about peace, I truly will understand and I'll agree with him.
On the issue of maintaining peace?
On the issue of maintaining peace.
Do you think it has maintained peace? In the real sense of the word. I just feel this might be the silence before the storm. I feel there are a lot of litigations that are going to come out of this. And if there are going to be a lot of litigations coming out of it, then I do not think it's peace. I just, maybe it's false peace. Because the PDP national, they are crying out. Right? PDP states, they are crying out. There are a lot of disgruntled people. The Rivers people themselves, on whose mandate he's speaking, are also not happy. So what peace are you getting that the platform that gave you, the people that gave you the platform, or the platform with which you're standing on to speak, is fighting your decision? That's one. Now, the people you say you hold their mandate, you took a decision without consulting them. They are crying out. It seems for me, maybe it's a case of disconnect with the real situation, because even when he was speaking, he actually did acknowledge that there are a lot of people that are genuinely against what he signed. Now, interestingly, when the president that gave this peace proclamation was governor of Lagos State, he fought tooth and nail to make sure that Obasanjo did not interfere in the affairs of Lagos State. the FCT minister fought the former president Buhari while he was governor of Rivers State. I mean, there are people who were governors who did not let the president to interfere in the business of the state. Now, I am aghast as to why the said president that fought a sitting president during his time not to interfere in his own state when he was governor is now enforcing unconstitutional peace pact on his state. So the president himself, by the reason of experience as a former governor, knows what he's doing is not right.
Now, whether it's right or wrong, it's, for me, looking at it from the presidential side of, perspective, from the president's perspective, is a different kettle of fish.
Okay.
I'm looking at it from Mr. Governor's point of view, perspective. Now, he knows where he's sitting. He probably also would appreciate the fact that where he is, he probably has a better vision than we have.
Yes.
Now, I am trying to get into his head. I'm trying to put myself in that situation. Yeah. To see why
he would do that.
To understand, yes, understand his own point of view. Now, let's look at it this way. Here is an APC government. Here is a president who probably had called him. I don't know what they said. He also knows where he is coming from. We do not know. He's still now something in the public domain as to what pact he signed with Wike when they were, before he became governor and all of that.
Of course.
Now, those are not in the public domain yet. So, he has a more holistic view of everything. Now he is seated here with a president who is of the APC, with these 20, how many lawmakers who have defected to the APC, with a Wike who is already deeply involved with an APC government, as it were, who knows of everybody, we can see his soul is there. Even his own body, he's not even with the PDP.
Of course.
He's completely, he has not come out proclaiming it. I think that's the only one that's remaining. Now, if you are dealing with, in a situation like that, where you are dealing with your opponents, I don't want to say enemy, but dealing with the opponent, formidable opponent. Look at a case scenario that could happen. If you insist to a certain degree, they have the federal might, they could truly make this state very ungovernable for you. And in the worst case scenario, could proclaim a state of emergency here. You are out of office. They will be the ones to determine who they put in here, and everything is lost.